All right, we are making the French's crisp fried onion green bean casserole. Now the recipe is right here on the back.
What are you gonna make?
We're gonna make green bean casserole. This one. So it's right there. It's very simple. A can of condensed mushroom soup. Right here we got 3/4 of a cup of milk. I've got that here. Black pepper. 4 cups cut green beans. Use fresh, frozen, or canned green beans. I have these are frozen green beans, and they've been sitting out and they're defrosted. So I don't like to put them in cooked. I like to put them in defrosted, but I don't like them mushy and overdone. So I never cook them ahead of time. I always just put in frozen green beans, and I just let them defrost on the counter until I'm ready to make it. Then we need 1 1/3 cups of French's crispy fried onions. So we're going to mix the soup, milk, pepper in our 1 1/2 quart baking dish.
Mom, I ate it.
Oh, yeah. And so here's my baking dish. This is a little bit bigger, so not to worry. Then we're going to stir in the beans and 2/3 of a cup of crisp fried onions. Bake at 350 for 30 minutes or until hot. Stir, top with remaining onions, bake 5 minutes or until the onions are golden. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing this the day before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook it at 350 for 30 minutes until hot. Then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator.
Mommy says
and let it sit.
350, 45 inches for 350.
Thank you. So then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator overnight. Tomorrow I will take it out. Put it back in the oven, heat it up, and then I'll top it with the remaining onions and crisp it until it's golden. So that way I can do this ahead of time, and I have, space in the oven for the turkey and everything else that needs to be done. So this is how you can do it and plan accordingly. So let me start getting stuff made. All right, so we got a nice little spatula, and we're putting the soup into our baking dish. We got to scoop every little bit out. That type of mini spatula is like a spoon too, so it's shaped well. Okay, you ready? We've got all of the soup in here, and now you're gonna pour in the milk.
Okay. Whoa!
Okay, a little slower next time so it doesn't splash so
Mommy,
much.
I was dumping it slower, then it splashed.
Right, that's okay. Now, before that goes in there, can you gently, slowly stir it together?
Sure.
Thank you. You're a big helper.
Ah!
No, that's too rough. Slower.
Sorry, Mom.
That's okay. There you go. See?
Okay, looks like it's done.
Yeah, that looks like it's done. I think we need to stir it a little bit more.
Okay.
You don't want those lumps. You want it combined really well. And
Yes,
then
we
we'll
want to make it so yummy.
That's right. Then we can add in our
We have to
green
crunch up
beans.
the little beans and then make it so small.
Well, we've got to measure 2/3 cup of our crisp onions. So while you're stirring that, I'm going to measure the onions. All right, so now if you look, there's still some lumps in here. You don't really want that. So we're going to switch to this little mini whisk, and that'll help get rid of the lumps. There, you want to do that?
Yeah.
You want to do that job? All right. Nope, not yet. Get rid of all those lumps first. And then we're going to add our onions. Now, this is supposed to be 2/3 of a cup. This is a 1 cup measure. So I'm going a little generous on our onions. I do like them a lot. So if you add a whole entire cup, I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm done.
You're done? How does that look?
Good.
Okay, so let me give it a little stir and break up any more of those lumps of condensed soup. And then you can add in those onions. You want to add the onions in?
Yeah.
Dump it in, please. Okay, so I'm going to switch back to the spatula spoon.
Now let's do this.
No, we're not going to do that because that'll break up the onions. So now gently stir in our onions. And then we're going to add in the green beans.
Okay.
All right, now we have our onions mixed in. And now we are going to add our green beans. So, my little helper, can you add in the green beans? Great job. Got them all in. Okay, and then we're going to stir it in.
Let me put this in the garbage.
Yes,
Wait,
please.
I see one left.
Okay, get it in. We don't want to waste anything. So we'll stir that in.
Let me get it.
And then we're going to add in the next bag. Now, it says 4 cups of beans. So this, let me double check something because this looks pretty good as it is. I don't know if we're going to add another bag of it.
I'm coming.
So this says how many servings are in each bag.
Can I do it?
Well, we've got 5 servings, and each serving is 3/4 of a cup. So 0.75 times 5 equals.
I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna dump the 70 cup, and then we're gonna mix this all up. Now let's dump this.
Well, let's 0.75. Wait, we did some math. 0.75 times 5 is 3.75. So we don't need this whole bag. We only need a little bit. Okay? So let's use our measuring cup. And we need a 1/4 cup.
No.
So that's all we need. All we need is that much. See? We don't need a lot more. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
One more.
Okay. All right. You don't want to have too many green beans, otherwise you don't have enough of the sauce around it. Okay. Good job. See, that's why you have to use math when you're doing your cooking. You don't want to mess it up. Okay. So please continue to stir. And once we get it all stirred, we're going to put it in the oven. Cook it at 350 for 30 minutes.
Now let's put this in.
Okay, this is ready to go in the oven. 350 for 30 minutes. Ta-da. Put it in. Let's double check. Temperature is right. All right, you got